Hi, I'm Johnny Bravo, and hey!
He's like the most confident guy in the world, even though he's a complete moron.
Do you honestly think women are attracted to that kind of macho attitude?
I honestly do, sugar beets.
He's just a whole bunch of pop culture melded into one.
Hey, hot mama. Oh, man, you're pretty.
He's much more than a man.
Hey there, smart mama.
He's kind of an icon.
What do you think, rubber ducky? Quack, quack. My thoughts exactly.
He's all about pecs and chicks.
If these pecs don't cheer you up, nothing will.
Well, Johnny Bravo stemmed from me needing to do my senior thesis project in college. The 3 Elvi is what it was going to be, about 3 Elvis impersonators, and they fought crime. But because it was one semester and I was doing the whole thing, I whittled it down to 1.
Enough about you, let's talk about me, Johnny Bravo.
Mesa Blues was my student film. It was about this over-the-hill aging rock star who thinks he's Elvis. Well, from the senior thesis project, Hanna-Barbera started their shorts program.
What a Cartoon was a series of shorts, 7-minute pilots that Cartoon Network was doing through Hanna-Barbera. And I think out of those pilots came 5 shows, Bravo being one of them.
We were all working at Hanna-Barbera at the time. And this young kid came in, they put him off in a room to the side. And we're like, who's this kid? Well, the kid turned out to be Van Partible.
When I first came in, I was rooming with Craig McCracken, who created Powerpuff Girls, Paul Rudish, who was the designer on that show, and Gendy Tartakovsky. So there were the 4 of us in this one room. There were 2 people that came straight from college. That was me and Seth MacFarlane. I took the character that I had in Mesa Blues and changed him around so that he would be more of this 50s iconic James Dean-looking character that talked like Elvis.
What are you looking at? I've eaten chili burgers bigger than you.
His moves were very Michael Jackson-ish, like in Bad and Captain EO. Like everything just went... I was watching this one short, this Warner Brothers short called The Dover Boys, and they had this smear technique where you would have one position here, and if you had to get over here, you would just do this giant smear. So instead of in-betweening all these things, you would just have one giant drawing. I'm like, I love that. That cuts down on my animation.
I remember auditioning and Van saying, you know, I think I heard you do an Elvis impression before, and that's what I want this character to be, is Elvis. And I said, old or young, you know, because they're kind of 2 different voices.
For a while, he slowed down and started to be this kind of guy. And, but when he was young, you know, everything was kind of light and everything rolled off his tongue a little bit more.
He said, yeah, younger, but somewhere in between, but, you know, hyped.
Want to see me comb my hair really fast?
Jeff Bennett, we casted him. He was just coming into his own as a voice artist. He just blew me away. The thing that made him stand out was the no one did that. That was all him. And so when you're listening to all these auditions of people, he played the young, sexy Elvis. But he made him a character.
Whenever I felt the need to expel, you know, just became like, every minute or minute and a half, put in a little.
Whereas everybody else was doing Elvis, just like, oh, that's Elvis, that's Elvis. But then he came in and started doing his karate bits and just the way he was talking and slurring.
And then he would get into these, you know, karate moves out of nowhere.
It was just funny. And I was like, okay, now that's a character.
Oh, Johnny! You forgot your pants!
Oh, man.
Jeff Bennett always delivered a fantastic performance as Johnny Bravo, and it was always just really funny. And funny always wins.
Hey, that's me. I'm pretty. Where'd you get that?
Now that you have a character, you need a world. So we had to figure out what his life was like. So we came up with the mama.
If you want a car so badly, why don't you get a job?
A lady named Brenda Vaccaro, who played Mama, and she was fantastic too, and she would always compliment you like this, because she has a very raspy voice, and she was always very kind.
I like the parallel of Elvis's life, that he was really devoted to his mama, and also it was good that he was surrounded by females, because they would humanize him.
I didn't think chicks liked to vote.
And then we developed a little girl, Little Susie.
We had a fine young actress at the time. Her name was Mae Whitman. She was fantastic. She played Little Susie.
When we started, she was 5, and yet working a lot.